and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all ages, my name is David Popovich, aka the Bookworm, and welcome to Bookworms Goosebumps 2000 Retrospective. Are you brave enough to stare into the face of horror? Okay, but will you when the horror becomes too real? This is... Are you terrified yet? Craig has just moved to a new town and is going to his first day at his new school. He wants today to go well so bad. You're starting a new school and a new life. You never heard the word wimp before. You never heard the name Fraidy Cat. At his old school, Craig was the scaredy cat. The kind who's even afraid of his own shadow. Know what the kids at my old school called me? Craig! That's because I stammer when I'm frightened. And since I'm frightened all the time, I stammer a lot. So this move offers Craig the chance to be what he wants to be. Starting today, you're going to be brave, Craig. You're going to be fearless. You're going to be a superhero. Those are some high expectations. And wouldn't you know, Craig has been given the chance to prove that when he falls off his bike to then see an oncoming car with no driver with a baby in the back seat, and he jumps into the car's front seat to stop it in time before it hits a bunch of kids at a crosswalk to school. I wish I was joking. Did you see what this boy did? He jumped off his bike and threw his body against the car to stop it. Well, that wasn't exactly right. Not exactly the way it happened, but with everyone staring and clapping and talking. I didn't feel like arguing. Does he let it go over his head to impress a girl? Does he let it go over his head to impress a girl? Amy's round, dark eyes peered into mine. Craig, are you always this brave? She asked. Yeah, I guess so, I replied. Brad narrowed his eyes at me. His lips formed a sneer. You mean you do stuff like this all the time? I cleared my throat. Well, yeah, I said. I try to. It keeps me from getting bored. Well, that didn't take long now, did it? But Craig gets his wish. He becomes the talk of the school for his heroic deeds. However, he starts to be put on the spot to be brave. Like when he's forced to save a kid who's stuck in a tree only to fall out of it, but from the people's view, looked like he was being brave again. But not everyone is buying it. He wasn't being brave, Travis repeated. I think he fell out of that tree. For sure, Brad agreed. I saw the whole thing. But, Amy sputtered. If he was being brave, why did he scream like that? Brad demanded. Amy's friends, Travis and Brad, believe Craig is not brave at all, that it's all an act. However, Amy believes she can prove them wrong. Craig is braver than the two of you put together, she declared, her dark eyes flashing angrily, and Craig can prove it. Huh? I can? Go ahead, Amy cried. Think of a challenge. Try to scare him. No, wait, I started, but no one seemed to hear me. They agreed to Amy's challenge, and now Brad must face whatever horrors they have planned for him if he wants to make sure no one sees him as a scaredy cat. But how much can he take before the truth screams out of him? The cover is... Ah! 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 Die, 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 die! Why isn't this working? So yeah, the cover is scary cuz, do you need me to explain why? Just look at it! Look at it! Look at the face of true horror as it stares into your soul. Along came a spider. Wait, that tagline makes no sense. Like at all. The spiders are used for one of the dares, but they are not the centerpiece of the story. The actual centerpiece is when Craig is forced to go into the town funeral home and face death head on. Literally. Outside of that, the story is okay. Kind of like You Can't Scare Me, but this time with a character you can get behind. Especially if you were ever the kid who was afraid of everything. In fact, this one has a good message about how being brave doesn't mean you can't still be scared. It even has fun with the twist, taking what you would expect to happen at the end of a scary contest story, but not to go all the way with it. It's fun, simple, and for the most part enjoyable. Though I swear, Amy must be as blind as a bat. There is no way a girl would fool herself that much to think Craig was brave all the time. Seriously, that girl has some serious denial issues. Other than that, it's an above average Goosebumps book. What about you, Internet? What's your opinion about Are You Terrified Yet? Till next time! have a scary day.